Well, it's that time, Sundays with Sal, as we welcome in Sal Licata. And Sal, before we get to your post-game thoughts, let's show everyone what you were thinking during the game, because you tweeted this: "I'll never forgive the Giants for forcing me to watch Daniel Jones attempt to play QB for 6 years. I don't care if he's done after today or not. I'm done watching it." So clearly it's been a mess. You've had enough. I'm sure a lot of fans would agree with you. What's the biggest reason the Giants now sit 2-8?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is, Erica. Daniel Jones, he is a mess. I've had it. I mean, I wake up early in the morning on a Sunday, and I got to watch this again, and I knew better. And if I know better, that means the Giants organization should have known better years ago. This is not year 1 or year 3. It's year 6. And he has somehow, Daniel Jones, gotten worse, far worse, even after having a good first successful year under the leadership of Brian Daboll. So to me, Daniel Jones is the main culprit. He's missing wide open throws every week. I just can't take watching him attempt to play quarterback anymore. And guess what? Even if he's starting, I'm not watching him anymore. I am done watching Daniel Jones with the Giants.
I honestly, I bet a lot of fans echo those sentiments, and he's not the only one to blame, though. So with what you were just saying, do you think the Daboll regime can survive Sunday's loss?
You know, I think that they should survive Sunday's loss. And now, if you go back and check some of my tweets in real time, I would say opposite of that, because I was really angry watching them. But I don't believe that Brian Daboll is the main culprit here. Daniel Jones is the main culprit. Mara is the one who kind of strong-armed Joe Schoen into extending Daniel Jones. So if I had to put blame on why the Giants stink this year and why they've been a mess of an organization for years, it would be Daniel Jones, Mara, and then Joe Schoen by extension of Mara. Mara can't fire himself. He's the owner, so maybe he's going to react and move on from Schoen and Daboll. But I still, at my core, believe in Brian Daboll as a head coach. Everything else, though, is up for debate, and that is as embarrassing and as bad as a loss as you can possibly have.
Well, talk about embarrassing. It was no secret that Big Blue isn't the only team struggling. The Jets didn't fare much better on Sunday or really at all this season in general. What do you think their biggest issue is?
I mean, they're a joke. They can't tackle. They can't do anything right. Their biggest issue, though, they need a real coach. This is why, unlike many others who were talking Super Bowl, which is ridiculous, like maybe the Jets can win, I don't know, 8 or 9 games before people start talking Super Bowl, but I didn't get sucked into that because I never, ever believed in the head coach. Woody fires Saleh. They get worse because Ulbrich isn't a head coach at all. The New York Jets have talent. They need leadership. They need a no-nonsense coach who's going to hold guys accountable and get them in order. Now, whether that comes next year or not, who knows? But that, to me, is their biggest issue, a lack of leadership and a head coach who has a clue of how to run a football team.
All right, well, we will see if any changes are in store. Sal, we appreciate the passion you bring, as always. Thank you for hanging with us here on Honda Sports Night.